What is the deal, everyone? This is Finest Wine Cooking Channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for new notifications on new videos. I'm so glad you tuned in. You're going to enjoy this. What we're going to make today is spaghetti and meatballs. What you'll need for that is your ground beef. You're going to need some sugar. I don't use white sugar. I use like raw sugar, just for the acidity of the tomatoes. It helps cut that down. So you're going to need some sugar, black pepper, some garlic seasoning, some Creole, some seasoning salt. I have the meatloaf seasoning because that's my recipe. I add a little bit of that in the ground beef. You'll need some spaghetti noodles. I have some diced tomatoes here and some tomato paste, tomato sauce. And here is our vegetables that we will saute first and put it inside of the sauce. So what we're going to do now, the first step is seasoning our ground beef. I have already seasoned it lightly, so we can add just a little bit more black pepper. I put all of the seasoning that I just showed you inside of the ground beef already. So we'll add a little bit more black pepper, and we're gonna, make it meatball size and put them in a baking sheet. And that will be the next step. So this is the meatballs that I just formed up. You take the meat and you roll it in your palm of your hands, and you come out with something looking like that. I'm going to throw this in the oven. You make sure you put your oven on 350. And I'm going to cover it with foil. You make sure you oil your pan, cover it with foil so that way the juices stay inside of the meat and the steam cooks it also. And the meatball, you can stick some holes in there because it's so thick, just to make sure that it cooks all the way through. And also, trying to figure out if I left something out, a step out. Pretty much just covered with the foil. And I know it looks like big meatballs, but it's gonna draw up in the oven. When you cook ground beef, it does draw up, so you don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be a nice size once it's ready. So we're gonna put that in the oven and work on our sauce. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is saute our vegetables. We're going to add about 2 tablespoonfuls of butter to the skillet. Let that melt, and we'll add our vegetables. It's like one of my favorite dishes is spaghetti, you know what I'm saying? And spaghetti and meatballs is like an upscale spaghetti, in my opinion. When you got some spaghetti that's just full of flavor and full of all the vegetables that you like in there, it's like something to remember, you know what I'm saying? I got it pre-packaged because I really didn't feel like chopping up bell peppers. I chopped up a bell pepper, but I didn't feel like chopping up an onion. So it's pre-packaged, and it's the easy way, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes and sit it to the side and put our sauce in a pot and begin to season the sauce and add the vegetables to it. Just checking on the meatballs. We're going to keep them in there. Once you put them in there, you keep them in there for a good 45 minutes. Then you check them. If they need to stay in there longer, don't be afraid to keep them in there long as possible. Just don't burn them. Okay, so we're going to take this off the stove and add it to the sauce. So we've added it to the sauce. At this point, I'm going to add my sugar. I don't like it too sweet, but I like to taste the sugar in there. Okay, so that's about 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar. And don't be afraid to taste it to see if it's at the liking that you want it. If not, you can add more sugar, more seasoning or whatever. Do whatever you want with it. It's yours. I want a little kick to it as well, so I'm going to add some Creole seasoning. That's about a tablespoonful of that. I don't like spicy food, so I know a lot of people, you could add red pepper in there if you want. You could add jalapenos. I've seen a mixture of different things that people add in their spaghetti. At this point, I'm going to taste it and add more seasoning if I need it. Just like I thought that was not going to be enough sugar, I added a little bit more sugar to the mixture. And now we're going to add some of that special seasoning that I told you that I use. A little bit of the meatloaf seasoning. McCormick. It's available at pretty much any grocery store. Add a little bit of that to the sauce and just stir it in there. I'm not going to add the whole pack. Okay, so that's enough of that. That was maybe about a third of the pack. I like a lot of flavor. That's why I add like a lot of different seasonings. And that's the key to very good spaghetti. Make sure you guys comment below. If you guys have any tips, any recipes that you want to see me cook next, feel free to do that. We're going to add some garlic. I have minced garlic here, so we're going to add at least, I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half full of it. I have covered the sauce and just put it on a low heat. I'm going to let that cook, let the seasonings get in there, and then we're going to add the meatballs to the sauce. Okay, our sauce is simmering, guys. I've decided that I'm going to add some butter inside of the sauce, about 2 tablespoonfuls of it, because I feel like just give it a better flavor. And we can stir it a little bit in there. So guys, we're gonna take a pot of some water, maybe about 6 cups of water. Put it in a pot, and you're gonna add some type of oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, don't matter. Just so you make sure your pasta don't stick when it's cooking. And you're gonna bring that pasta to a light boil. So I put the top over the water, the boiling water. That way we can add the spaghetti. Now we're gonna clean the kitchen. So as you cook, you're supposed to be cleaning, making sure everything is all clean and stuff.